Hey guys, thanks again for watching another video here on the Hushin channel. This is a video that I kind of pulled out of the video vault. I think I've had it for about 7 or 8 years now, but it's honestly one of the most amazing, and it's definitely the most rare video that I've ever been able to capture while out on the mountains. So it's one of those clips you're not going to want to fast forward through, I promise, so sit back and enjoy the next video. Alright, so I'm just sitting on a ridge, I'm glassing for elk, I'm watching these elk right below me down in this draw. And all of a sudden I noticed some coyotes just kind of cruising through the draw. They were just running through the sagebrush, and at the time I didn't really think much about it other than like, wow, that's a lot of coyotes together, because there's usually only one or maybe two. You know, a lot of times they're paired up. Now it wasn't much longer after I saw the coyotes that I heard just an awful scream, which I can recognize as a mule deer in distress. So it's a fawn in distress. So I pan over as quickly as I can, and I just try to figure out what's going on, and I can just see these coyotes just kind of running everywhere, and it was so fast. Like, this happened so fast. You can see right here that the coyotes, they already have that little fawn down. So I thought it was game over. I couldn't imagine how that deer was going to get out from all those coyotes, and here comes two more in the screen. So just at that moment, the mom deer decides that she's not going to let it go down like this. She's going to get in there and try and save her fawn. So you can see her just stomping at these coyotes. And then after that, it's just pandemonium. There's deer going everywhere, coyotes going everywhere. Out of nowhere, like, I hadn't even seen these other deer, but they're obviously coming in to this distress call. And this does happen, like, deer will run into a mule deer distress call to see what's going on. And sure enough, these deer come in just at the right time, and now it's just a battle. Right, so it's kind of hard to keep your eye on the fawn, but the fawn is the small deer that the deer are kind of stepping on right now, which I was like, wow, that deer is super confused and it thinks it's stomping out a coyote. I couldn't believe it was like pouncing on the fawn. But after doing some research, the fawn will have such a higher chance to survive by staying put rather than running off. The doe is just trying to keep it there. It's trying to keep the fawn down on the ground so they can protect it. And that's exactly what they do. So right here, it's kind of a standoff. The coyotes are down below, the deer above, and they just create a circle around this fawn. And you'll see the fawn stand up finally. And it's definitely very dazed and probably just about knocked out. Surprisingly, that deer right there with the broken front leg is also helping, and I couldn't believe that. I thought that was really cool. So the deer gather around the fawn. They're still chasing off the coyotes. The deer did a great job. All of them worked together to get this fawn in a safe place and just protect it from these coyotes. So after a little while of those deer just hovering around the fawn, they all kind of left. So the majority of the does are now, headed back into the woods, and the doe and the fawn are seen here just standing together. So the doe was trying to take care of the fawn. She was licking it. I'm sure it was all wounded up, and I was just really surprised. Like, they saved the fawn. I couldn't believe it. So it was a really cool experience. After that, I just started filming these elk again. The coyotes attack for a second time, and I pan over as soon as I can to get this on film. And just like the first time, everything happened so fast. But this time, it just seemed like either the deer were too tired and they all kind of headed off in their own direction, and it was just game over for this little fawn. Like, those coyotes had it down so quick, and there was just way too many of them. So it was really obvious that the coyotes were going to win this battle today. I wanted to walk over there and just see how big this fawn was, because I didn't really think that the coyotes can take a deer down of this size, but they did it with no trouble, especially when they're working in a pack, just like a pack of wolves would. So I went over there and checked it out, and sure enough, it was a good sized fawn. So that was a pretty wild video, right? I still get the chills every time I watch those clips. What's so cool about that video is there's a lot to learn. I think most people wouldn't believe you if you told them that coyotes hunt in a pack. They can hunt like wolves, and I don't think a lot of people would really believe just how much coyotes have an impact on the deer populations, antelope populations, and probably moose and elk more so than we think. But as hunters, we definitely don't want to wipe out the coyote populations, but there's got to be a healthy balance of both for each population to be healthy. So that's my 2 cents anyways. Thanks again for watching another video here. Guys, please subscribe to the Hushin channel. We want to do a big push to get to 100,000 subscribers. Hopefully if you're watching this video, we're already past that.